Hey guys, welcome back to the channel today, and I just wanted to show you something, for those of you guys who are like I was, I should say, and I was like severely arachnophobic. Just mute this TV, sorry about that. Look at this little guy. He has dug his burrow, and he's about a 0.25er. He's not half an inch yet. He's already dug his burrow right there. Look at him. And this is a pretty big bottle for like somebody his size. And that's one of the curly hairs. I just, shortened the label so I know what kind of sling he is. But that's just to show you one example of how like really interesting and tenacious these guys are. This is one of the H-Macs, the H. maculatas. This guy's been moving all around, and he's already webbing in the container, as you can see when I shine the light. It's a mealworm back there. And it's just really interesting how these guys do this already, and they're so small. Now the H-Macs, they are about, look at that, look at how much webbing there is, and there's one of them right there. That's a H. maculata sling. He's moving because of the light. And look at that. He's so tiny, and he's already built his own little web fortress already. It's just so interesting how they behave and how they, even at a young age, they've started webbing their food and started making themselves little web enclosures. That's him down there, right there. And it's really amazing. If you ever have the opportunity to raise any of these guys, to raise a sling, do it, because it gives you a whole other, there, look at him, he's so tiny. This is a curly hair. And that's the Titulocatl albopilosus, otherwise known as the curly hair spider. This is another 0.25er. He's not even half an inch. And he's just standing there braving the light, So if you guys ever have the opportunity to raise one of these guys from a sling, it gives you a whole other perspective about how they are, how they survive even at a young age, how they have the instincts to live already and to do everything that they need to do. And it's really, really, really interesting. I can't stress that enough, just watching them develop and advance. And they're so small, but they know exactly what to do already. And it'll help you get over your arachnophobia big time, because this is kind of like your baby, and you just watch them grow, and you watch their behaviors, and they can give you laughs, definitely, with their personalities. And when they go after food, even at this young of an age, they will go after their food. Now, these worms that I put in here were pre-killed or whatever, but especially with the H-Macs just started webbing up their food right away. And they just have this instinctual thing where they know what they're doing already. And so they didn't take any time with, starting to build webs around their food and stuff. And I just think that is so cool, because, they're, like I said, they're babies still. So to have them have that kind of a personality already and that kind of a know-how already is really, really interesting. That's another curly hair down there. a 0.25er, and I don't know, it's just very easy to like get over your fear by owning one from this age, I think, from this size, because they're so tiny, and they can kind of grow with you, and they grow on you because you're raising it from a tiny little sling. And this tiny little sling is eventually going to be big enough, of about 5 to 6 inches, so it'll be about the size of your hand. So can you imagine this? It goes from that little sling to this. So, think about it. I mean, it's just something that is gonna help you in the long run, because it helped me. Owning tarantulas helped me get over my arachnophobia. So if you can, be brave enough, and just try to, have one of these little guys and raise it up so that you get used to them, you get used to seeing them every day, and you get used to, watching their behaviors and everything else. And then you'll see that there's not anything really to be afraid of, and that it really is kind of like a little adventure for yourself, that you go along with them, and you grow with them too. You grow with them as you get over your fear. So I really encourage everybody that is arachnophobic to really face your fear, and to really face it head on. And then you learn that there's really nothing to be afraid of. And these guys are amazing little creatures. They're tenacious little creatures. They are, so interesting to watch, and entertaining to watch, and entertaining to raise, really. And the other good thing is, it's not like a dog or a cat where you have to be home at a specific time to watch it and walk it, and they eat once or twice a week. Slings will get by eating about 2 times a week, and then adults normally as well, they usually just eat 1 time a week, most of my adult tarantulas. But so this is an interesting pet you can own, and you don't have to really be as hands-on with it if you have a busy schedule or whatever. And yet, they provide companionship in a different way. They're more of a visual presence in your lives. Of course you can't cuddle with a tarantula or anything like that, but I do find myself watching them more than I even watch my own TV. When I'm at home, I have a lot of my tarantulas set up in my living room, and I do find that I will watch their antics even more than I watch whatever's on TV, because they're so unpredictably fascinating sometimes with the way they behave, especially my Mexican red knee, Maculata, and my adult curly hair, Alice. They're out and about a lot, and they move furniture around their enclosure, and they chase around the crickets, and they do these amazing acrobatics in their enclosures, and it's just the most interesting thing to me to watch. So be brave and face your fears and conquer it the way I conquered it, and you'll be the better for it. So until next time, guys, this is just like a little update on the slings, but I also thought I would just talk about my background a bit with my arachnophobia, and maybe it'll help somebody out there. So until next time, just be kind to your arachnids, because they do have a very important place in the ecosystem. Bye, guys. Have a good one.